Sorry, okay. Having a few problems with the camera working today. I have ordered a new one, but it's not here yet. Anyway, drug profile, testosterone propionate, or test B, test prop, whatever you want to call it. Excuse me. So, like all tests, it has an anabolic to androgen ratio of 100 to 100. Its half-life is about 2 days. There is some mild variance due to people's metabolic rate, but it's pretty stable at that. Its action time is 3 weeks, and doses range massively from 100 mg into the grams. Females can use. I wouldn't say it's particularly advised. Obviously, it's a straight male hormone, so virilization is an issue. Generally, female doses range around the 50 to 100 mg a week. Now, testosterone is testosterone, so the only thing that's really changed is the ester. Now, propionate ester roughly weighs about 20 milligrams. So, I have 100 mg of test prop, you're going to get around 80 mg of test. As I said before, it is quite rapid. It peaks in about 12 hours, it plateaus for about a further 12 hours, and then it drops off sharply. So generally people inject every other day or every day. It's available in various sizes. Generally, you usually find it around the 100 mg to 125, 150 mg tops. It can be painful for some people because there's a high concentration of the hormone there, and that can hurt, which is one of the reasons why suspensions have a reputation for hurting. As you can tell, my computer's doing some strange things today. That is really it in a nutshell. It aromatizes very, very quickly, but generally water retention with test prop is lower than with test and anthate. As with all testosterone, aromatization is an issue, so estrogen management is advised. Again, I'd go for a SERM, or I'd go for a suicide inhibitor, something like aromasin, rather than 8X or letrozole, just due to the lipid damage that 8X and letrozole do. To be fair, unless you've got severe problems or you're pre-comp, I see no place for letrozole in most cycles. By the way, I have to apologise about the throat. I've had a sore throat for a couple of weeks, which is why I haven't been doing any videos. Again, this will manipulate lipids, so you need to keep an eye on your cholesterols and ideally put in some sort of management there. And obviously it's going to suppress, so you'll be looking at some sort of PCT, post-cycle therapy support. What people will commonly do is, if they start a cycle with long-acting esters, they'll front and back load with a fast-acting ester. So, if you're starting with test anthate, most people assume that the release is staged. It's not, it spikes, but that's what most people feel. So what they'll do is they'll do the first 2 weeks with test and anthate and test prop, because their theory is the test props into the system a lot quicker. Now, there is some truth in this. Peak levels will stay elevated for longer with repeat injection of test prop. Within the 2 weeks, the anthate is up to peak level, and then they drop the test prop. On the back end of the cycle, you can do exactly the same. So that instead of finishing your last shot in anthate and then waiting 2 weeks before you start your PCT, you finish your last shot in anthate and then you run with test prop for 2 weeks, and then literally you wait a day post last injection before you start your PCT. Real world difference? I don't think much, to be honest. Maybe a slight bit, but not a great deal. I find test prop gives me test flu, which is basically a reaction to the high concentration of hormone. My body attacks it thinking it's a virus, and I get flu-like symptoms. And I struggle with swellings of test prop. I struggle with test suspension even worse. But for test prop, I generally have to take it at quarter or half mil doses, because anything more I end up with a large swelling. It's just my body reacts quite adversely to high concentrations of test. That's about it. Not much else to really tell you on that one. So I'll call it a day, and hopefully new camera next week and more videos.